Guys, Jay's addicted to doing trim now.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah. See, he was like pish-poshing it, and now he wants to do it again.
I don't want to do it again. It's just like 15 degrees outside, and if we're going to do something, we might as well stick to it for a little bit and get more than one day's worth done. So we're going to get more days done. We're pecking away at it, one bite at a time, right?
Up.
So we did the trim around the second door the other day and some trim along the ceiling top. Now that we have that around the door filled in, we were going to go buy something, but we have a ton of wood that we could turn into trim if we're going to not have it, from the pile.
Mm-hmm.
So we might as well turn some of our live edge or some of our thin siding that we're not going to, it's not good enough for siding or something. Might as well turn it into some trim, right?
Yeah.
Instead of spending $50 or $100 on trim. It needs to be the right thickness. It's really thin. So we can plane it down. So let's turn this piece.
What else do you want me to grab? Just this piece right now.
All right, guys, I went inside, got the measurements. Jen dug out another piece of trim here, another piece of siding / live edge that we milled. Hopefully it's straight and true and doesn't warp. I don't mind the siding being a little warpy, but I don't really want the trim to be all warpy, right? So there's always something to contend with. That's why we do what we do. People ask why we buy as much stuff as we do, just like 2x4s and this and that. Sometimes they ask, it's like, well, you can't have all your structural stuff warping and twisting and molding if you put it inside walls before it's dry. Same thing with this. Like, I want the trim to look nice, but we'll see what it does. The the railing up in the loft we did, the top piece of maple looks nice, but the piece that's on the ground has a big old crack down the middle of it. You can't see it from down on the ground, but this stuff that's self-milled, we don't have storage facilities to store stuff for a year or two before we use it, so we kind of contend with some imperfections, right? Mm-hmm. Kind of like Jen, she has to contend with my imperfections. That's an understatement, right?
Being nice to yourself.
Call them imperfections, just call them jackassery.
I didn't say any of that.
This was a little wider, it'd be perfect, but it's not.
This one's wide. There might be one more like this in there. Yeah. There's this nice big piece right here. Really big.
Here, let me see.
Oh.
Why is that even in there?
Huh?
Why is that even in there?
I don't know. Cut it up and make it into firewood, I guess. This one might be good.
The other one.
This is maple, I think.
What is that one right there? Get those two pieces of maple. Let's do it in maple.
We changed it up. We're not using poplar no more. We're using some maple. It's a little varying in thickness.
Yeah, that's why we have a planer.
Why Santa brought you a planer last year? 2 years ago?
If it works. We'll see if it works. It might not even work.
Yeah, we need a new something. We haven't ordered that yet.
These two are pretty close, but they're just so wavy. Like, this is just stuff that I would try to make something out of nothing, which is what screws you. But you hate to be wasteful, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna be nice. This is gonna be stuff that, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it turns into. 3.5 inches, two
Is that
pieces.
long enough?
Huh?
That's long enough, right?
Yeah. Actually, 84 inches. Ooh. 84 inches. 85 and a half over here, but 85 inches here. So.
So no flipping around.
I miss life before off-grid.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I love off-grid life, but the whole YouTube and off-grid life, like everything you do has like 10 hurdles. All right, guys, while we're out here getting some stuff done, we're going to install our new security camera, the Tapo C645D kit from TP-Link. We chose TP-Link because they're the world's #1 provider of Wi-Fi devices, and they're trusted by millions around the world. Guys, when it comes to security here at the cabin, I want the best of the best. We worked really hard to build everything we have here, and we're trusted the TP-Link Tapo C645D to do that. It has dual lenses, 360 degrees of protection. It has a 165-degree wide-angle lens, so it could protect and see a larger space. It has two 2K lenses, so the quality of the imagery is fantastic. It works great during the day when it's light out. It works great at night. It has a spotlight, so you could get true full color imagery at night, or you could run it on infrared mode, so it's more discreet. It's wireless, it's solar, so it charges itself. It has a 10,000 milliamp battery that charges up with only 1 hour of sunlight. That'll run it for a whole day, right?
I really like the app and the ease of use of the app and the AI identification. They'll tell me people, vehicle, pets, and it has a precision zoom, so it can zoom in.
And it'll send all them notifications right to your phone, right?
Yep. And there's no subscription fee for that app either, which is really nice.
The C645D is IP65 rated, so it can handle this harsh weather. Snow, rain, dirt, dust, it can handle it without a problem. So guys, we're trusting TP-Link to keep our property safe and secure. We think you should as well, so make sure you check out the links in the description box below to get a great deal on a camera of your own. You can get one camera and protect your whole home. Pretty great deal, huh?
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, TP-Link, for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to the project.
One piece good?
Yeah, it's a little smaller than...
My toes are so cold.
Alright guys, a little bit of work, but we went from a rough piece of maple, like all wavy and random size from the sawmill and rough sawn like this, to a nice planed piece of hard maple.
Looks pretty.
And it's 3.5 inches wide by 84 inches long. I don't know how much a piece of maple trim like this is worth, but we have it now. I didn't plane the other side because that's going to go against the wall.
And no one's going to see it.
Yep, so Jen will put this off to the side. We'll do number 2. Same thickness, but they're not straight. Even though we put them through a table saw. Alright guys, so we just made these 2 pieces of trim from hard maple. We cut them on the table saw. I cut them on both sides. Trust me, they were a little, they were wavy, warpy, just kind of like total junk. Not junk, but just like not prepped for doing anything with. So I cut them both on both sides so they would be straight. From dried maple. I mean, it's been sitting there, and this is what we end up with. They look beautiful, but they're not straight. Like they're touching here, and then this board is like warped out all the way down. There's like a big gap. This one's pretty straight. They're beautiful. This one is even more beautiful, the warpy one. It's got all this nice dark heartwood grain in it. But they're not straight. So we're going to have to like nail it in on this end and then try to push it in and put some stronger finishing nails in it so it stays in place. 'Cause these should be dry. I milled these last year. I mean, they've been in a dry environment for a while, and they might have sat out even on this trailer all summer, so they should have been pretty good. But anyway, we're going to use them. If they don't look perfect, they don't look perfect. But that's the story of my life. This cabin is beautiful, but it's not perfect. Not even close. And, I don't know if that's because I rush things. I don't try not to rush. I don't know if it's because I don't pay enough attention to detail. I mean, you look at other people's channels, like, biggest comparison where I started watching YouTube like 10 years ago. You got Mike down in Ohio. I've been chatting with him a little bit more lately, at a cabin in 50 acres. He does beautiful freaking finished wood projects. Like, just everything he does is perfection, like to the millimeter, millionth of a millionth, whatever. Everything's beautiful and perfect. And my brother-in-law is the same way. He builds stuff out of wood, and it is just beautiful and perfect. And I've never built a single thing that... I mean, this cabin is rough. I like rough. I like rustic. I mean, everybody likes perfect. I mean, perfect is great, and but maybe that's just a skill I don't have. I mean, I don't know. People make like cutting boards and chest tape. Like, that takes some bad skill. And, maybe a part of it is that they're working with better materials. A small part of it. And better tools. Like, we have decent tools, but they're not like commercial grade or like professional grade tools. And, I try to do what in my head makes sense to do, like cutting both sides of the wood with the table saw to get it straight. But I guess if you're not starting with a straight edge, like we're not using wood from the mill that's already, dimensional, I have to cut a straight line, I guess. Just make sure it's straight. You can't just double run it. I don't know. Whatever. I love my life. I have a great life. Just not perfect anything. Look at this beautiful little cabin. That's what I like. Look at that little cabin. That wasn't sitting there like a year ago. It was pretty crazy to think of, huh? I guess it wasn't sitting there 2 years ago. Because I spent this summer building the bunker. But we built some good stuff. I like it. I'm not saying what we do is garbage. It's just a different way of life, different way of looking at it. Like you could, in perfection, striving for perfection is what's kept me from doing the trim, and I'm just gonna still do it. It's still gonna be what it is, regardless. So why wait? Just do it. Hey, don't wait. Next moral of the story: don't wait. So, anywho, if you wait for everything to be perfect, you're gonna be waiting forever. We're gonna do that trim. We're doing it. Still not perfect. Waited 2 years to try to do it when it's perfect. 4 years, 5 years, and it's still not gonna be perfect. So why wait? Nice little snow squall coming in here. Don't wait.
Got a plan there, Stan? Yeah. Anything wet that needs to go by the fire? Look how pretty that is, guys. I don't know if you can see it. It's got really nice grain in it.
Alright guys, so as I mentioned outside, these were fresh pieces of maple. You just watched us make these. But this one with the pretty grain we want to put out here, but it does have a little bow in it. So we're going to try nailing it at the bottom. We're going to put more nails in it than usual. Hopefully, this is maple, so hopefully this doesn't split when I nail it with the finishing nailer. Because I'll be sad. You spend all this time, sometimes it happens. But we're going to nail it at the bottom and kind of push it over as we go up, because you can see it is pushing to the right.
So hopefully Jay can make it all right.
Like if we screw stuff like this, we could pre-drill the holes, but you can't really
Pre-drill holes.
pre-drill holes with
A finishing nailer.
finishing nailer. Yeah, it's gonna have trouble pushing through this because it's
Maple.
I want you to nail it like right here and right here.
Once it's all the way over.
It's all the way over.
Looks pretty.
Does that look okay?
Yeah, I like it. I like the edge on it.
There we go. One project done.
You in here?
No.
Come on, puppy! I won't be able to reach up all the way, but...
Oh, make sure it's up all the way. It looks like it is, but make sure it's up all the way. There you go. Let's put a bunch in, one in every single board if you can, as high as you can reach.
Look at that. Looks good.
Well,
A little bit done at a time. All right, guys. Gotten Jay to do a lot of trim the last few days. It's kind of exciting. So I'm so excited. Cabin's just coming together, getting these little things done that we haven't gotten done over the last 5 years, but we're finally getting it done. And I really like the top here, the top of the door. Jay used a live edge piece, so we've got like a natural curve in it, which I think is really unique and beautiful. And we got a piece up here. And I showed you just a minute ago, up here. Oh, I'm so happy that this is up here. One, we had a little bit of cold air coming in here, so that blocks that. And you could see a little bit of the insulation there, and it was driving me nuts for the last 5 years. So, thank you, honey, for doing it finally. I guess that's how I'm gonna get Jay to do trim, is when it is like 12 degrees out and it's windy, so it feels like it's 0 degrees outside. Positives to that. We will get back to work on the greenhouse here soon though, guys, because we do want to get that finished up and buttoned in. That way we can start working on Jay's Sugar Shack before March. That way he has a completed Sugar Shack for this year's sugaring, which I know y'all are excited about to get, which I know you guys are all excited to purchase some more syrup again this year, so we can't wait to get that started. Everything's just, these little finishing touches are finally getting done. Took a little bit of time, and I know some people might think it's a little bit ridiculous, but 5 years ago we were doing flooring in here. 4 years ago we were doing the cabin. Or 4 years ago, we were doing the kitchen. 3 years ago, we were working on the bathroom and bedroom. So it's just all accumulations and stuff. It just, everything takes time. And now we're getting it done. Jay is getting some little pieces of trim that go around the wood stove pipe right back there. And then we might call it a day. Got a little bit done. As my dad always says, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. That's how we're attacking this trim. One bite at a time, one day at a time, just pecking away at it. And that's what we're going to be doing at the greenhouse and all our projects this winter. Just getting a little bit done each time. We want to keep videos coming to you guys. So rather than making excuses why we can't make videos, we're just going to get a little bit less done because it's cold and it's not always easy to be working. Fire's roaring nice and cozy. Snow is melting, making us hot water for showers tonight. And water for drinking, water for dishes. Scout here is super comfortable and cozy. Scout loves the wood stove. Don't you, puppy? Oh, that's a good puppy. That's a good puppy. And we can't forget Timber Tea. He is laying here in the bedroom on his bed. That's a good puppy. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Oh my goodness. You're so silly. Hi. Hi. Oh my goodness. What are you doing? Hi, Timber. Timber. Hi. Ah, such a good boy. What? 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 He's gonna bring me something.
It took me about 6 cuts to get this one. And this is not even the right size. I was just trying to work the angles. I got like a 90-degree corner piece. I'm trying to butt them up, and I screwed it up pretty good. Ooh. That's going to be a little too tight. It's going to cause it to not want to.
Looks beautiful.
That looks pretty darn good, eh?
Huh?
Like pretty close to the same color.
Yeah.
Just that this isn't polyed, so like these are.
Yeah.
So like this is pre-finished.
Mm-hmm.
All right, one last thing.